Proto Martyr, I want to thank you for your band.
That's
just
perfect.
thank you for your band.
How the fuck did you end up in this?
End up in music?
In this whole dumb world.
Yeah, well, I lived in Boston for a couple of years. I went to college out there, and I wasn't really playing with a whole bunch of folks. And when I moved back to Chicago, I just wanted to play with as many people as I possibly could. And so I did that. Blank Banker, who I played with tonight, that was like, my friend Jeff was like, they need a drummer. And I was like, okay. And I was already playing in Burn Permits then, and I had another thing going on. And so it was just, people would ask and I would just say yes, and now I'm here. Eight or nine, probably. Yeah, around there.
Good.
Yeah, and usually like they're all kind of like leapfrogging, so there might be like 3 at a time that are going, and then like I'll do like my solo experimental music stuff in the background, when the bands aren't busy. I studied composition, classical composition in college, and was like very into the 20th, 21st century avant-garde contemporary classical music. And so a lot of the stuff that I do now is, let's call it, it's like egghead, but it's a lot of focus on like tuning and textures and sort of long form durations and things like that. And I'm really just interested in trying to set up systems where I can have loud, long sounds happening that are going to be different based on the room and being able to play the room a little bit. Sometimes you can hit a frequency that like makes a light fixture move or something like that, and rattle and vibrate, and being able to like kind of play off of that a little bit, which is what your instruments, Century guitars, have been fantastic and allowed me to do. So
I'm glad they've worked for you.
Yes, yeah. And for context, gosh, this is like, 2 years ago at this point?
I think so.
I sent Chris a napkin drawing, and I was like, I need you to build me this. And I remember you're like, yeah, I think I can do that. And you started kind of sending me some refinements, and I was just like, no, it needs to look like the napkin. Stop making it look so nice. And it was like Homer Simpson pointing at the car when they're designing the Homer, or the car built for Homer. So you did the first one, and it's basically like this long, it's almost like a modified lap steel, but there's like no fret markers, and literally all I do is I just put EBOs on it, or I'll actually bow it, and there are tuners on it so I can adjust the tuning, and there's no volume knob, it's just a tone knob. And that's so I can get like a very smooth sine wave tone with the drones, or get it to like more square wave territory. Like you did the first one, I loved it, and I was like, great, I need you to build me 3 more. So I have 4 of them, and they are fantastic, and I've been gigging with them and everything else like that. And they're a dream, and they're really easy to carry. It's so much better than taking 4 guitars everywhere. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So how has this is your first kind of West Coast jaunt car-wise. How was long mountain drives for you?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's nice in that, so Ryan and Ellen live in Billings, and so we got there a few days early, and we were able to like acclimate. We practiced a couple days, and then being able to like play in town there was great. And then Billings to Missoula was beautiful, and then Missoula to the border of Washington was beautiful, and then there was a lot of desert, and then there was the gorge. And the gorge was great, and then we got here, and that was great too. So no, it was fun. I realized I haven't been here for 6 years. It's probably like a year before that when one of my bands played with you guys. So yeah, to actually do some driving was good. It's funny, John, the bass player in Blank Banker, was talking about, initially his idea was to do like 12 days, 8 shows, we can do this. And then Andy and I were like, I don't think we can take that much time off work. So, being able to do 3 days felt like a nice start, and hopefully we'll do more of it. Who knows?